Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Sarah, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today on Leo English Story, where we help you improve your English one day at a time. In today's video, I want to share something simple, useful, and very real, my daily routine. We all have different lives, but daily routines are something we all experience. Whether you're a student, a worker, a parent, or someone learning English, talking about your daily routine is a very important topic. When you learn to describe your day, it helps you practice using the present simple tense in English. That's the tense we use to talk about regular actions, things we do every day. For example, I wake up at 6 a.m., I go to work, I cook dinner. This may sound easy, but speaking fluently about your daily life can be a powerful way to become more comfortable with English. You will also learn useful vocabulary about time, morning activities, transportation, meals, work, hobbies, and bedtime. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to talk about your life in English. In this video, I will take you step by step through 6 parts of my day. Morning routine. Getting ready for work. My work day. Lunch break and afternoon tasks. Evening activities. Night routine and reflection. At the end, I'll give you a conclusion and some key tips to help you talk about your own routine with confidence. And don't worry, I will speak clearly, slowly, and use words that match the A2 to B1 level of English learners. So, are you ready? Get your notebook, relax, and let's begin with part 1, my morning routine. Good morning, everyone! Let's begin with the first part of my daily routine, my morning routine. My mornings are very important to me because they set the tone for the rest of the day. I like to start my day early so I have enough time to prepare myself both physically and mentally. I usually wake up at 6 o'clock a.m. Sometimes I wake up feeling fresh, but other times I feel a bit tired. Still, I try to smile and say to myself, today will be a good day. As soon as I open my eyes, I stretch my arms and legs in bed for a few seconds. Then, I sit up slowly and take a deep breath. This helps me wake up gently and feel more relaxed. After that, I get out of bed and walk to the bathroom. In the bathroom, the first thing I do is wash my face with cold water. This helps me feel awake and clean. Then I brush my teeth carefully. I like to keep my teeth clean and my mouth fresh. After that, I take a quick shower. Sometimes I take a warm shower, and other times I take a cold one, depending on the weather. After my shower, I dry myself with a towel and get dressed. On work days, I usually wear comfortable clothes like a blouse and trousers. On weekends, I wear more relaxed clothes like a t-shirt and jeans. I like to keep my style simple and neat. Next, I go to the kitchen to make my breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I believe a good breakfast gives me energy and helps me stay focused. On weekdays, I usually eat something light but healthy. For example, I might eat toast with butter and a boiled egg. I also enjoy eating fruit like bananas or apples. And of course, I always drink a hot cup of tea or coffee. I love the smell of tea in the morning. It makes me feel calm and ready for the day. While I eat my breakfast, I sometimes listen to music or watch a short news video in English. This helps me stay informed and also improve my listening skills. It's a simple way to learn new words and stay connected with the world. After breakfast, I clean up the kitchen. I wash the dishes and wipe the table. I like to leave my kitchen tidy before I leave the house. Then, I go to my room to prepare my bag. I check to make sure I have everything: my keys, my wallet, my phone, and my planner. I also put my water bottle and a snack in my bag. Before I leave the house, I take a few minutes to sit down and plan my day. I look at my schedule and write down my main tasks. This helps me feel organized and focused. I also take a moment to say a short prayer or affirmation. I might say something like, I am strong. I am ready. I will do my best today. Finally, around 7:30 a.m., I put on my shoes, grab my bag, and leave the house. I lock the door and walk to the bus stop or take my bike. Depending on the weather, I always try to leave early so I'm not in a rush. That's my morning routine. It's simple, peaceful, and helps me start the day with energy and a clear mind. After my calm and focused morning routine, it's time to get ready for work. This part of the day is sometimes busy, but I try to stay relaxed and organized so I don't feel stressed. Once I've had breakfast and packed my bag, I go to my bedroom to check my appearance. I stand in front of the mirror and make sure my clothes look clean and neat. If my shirt has wrinkles, I quickly use the iron. I don't like to be in a hurry, so I usually iron my clothes the night before. That way, my mornings are easier. Next, I do my hair. I usually tie it up in a ponytail or brush it straight. I prefer simple styles that don't take too long. Then, I put on some light makeup, just a little powder and lip balm, to look fresh and feel good. I believe when you look good, you also feel more confident. Sometimes I wear a small necklace or a pair of earrings, not too fancy, just something to feel ready and professional. I also check the weather forecast on my phone so I know what kind of jacket or shoes I need. If it's rainy, I bring my umbrella. If it's cold, I wear a scarf and coat. Now, it's time to leave. I say goodbye to my home, close the door, and walk to the bus stop. I live about 5 minutes away from the station, so it's a short walk. On the way, I like to listen to music or an English podcast on my phone. It helps me stay in a good mood and also improves my listening skills. When I reach the station, I wait for the bus. Sometimes there are many people, especially during rush hour. I try to stay calm and smile. If the bus is full, I wait for the next one. I always give myself extra time in the morning for situations like this. Once I'm on the bus, I sit down if I can. If not, I hold on to the rail and stand. The ride to my office takes about 20 to 30 minutes. During this time, I either listen to a podcast, read an English article, or review my notes for the day. I like to use this time wisely. It's a great way to learn something new every day. Sometimes I meet people I know on the bus and we say hello. If they sit next to me, we chat for a few minutes about our day. Small talk is a nice way to connect with others and practice English too. When I arrive at my bus stop, I get off and walk a few minutes to my office. I always take a deep breath and say to myself, "Let's have a good day." Before entering the building, I check my phone one last time for any messages. Then I go inside, greet the security guard, and take the elevator to my floor. I say good morning to my coworkers and go to my desk. Now, I'm ready to start my workday. I put down my bag, turn on my computer, and review my schedule. I like to begin with small tasks to warm up, like checking emails or making a to-do list. Getting ready for work is not just about clothes and transport. It's about preparing your body and mind to face the day. It's about entering the office feeling ready, focused, and positive. That's why I take this part of my day seriously. So now you know how I prepare myself before the real work begins? Welcome back! Now that I've arrived at the office and settled at my desk, it's time to talk about my workday. This is the longest part of my day, and also one of the most important. I usually start my workday around 8:30 a.m. My office is quiet and clean, and I work in a shared space with about 10 other people. Everyone has their own desk, but we can talk to each other when we need to. I greet my co-workers with a friendly good morning, and sometimes we chat for a minute or two about how we slept or what we watched on TV.
I work as a project assistant in a small company. My job includes organizing documents, sending emails, creating reports, and attending meetings. I also help with presentations and scheduling appointments. Every day is a little different, but I like that because it keeps things interesting. The first thing I do at my desk is check my email. I read the messages that came in overnight and answer the most important ones. If there are urgent tasks, I write them down in my notebook so I don't forget. I also check my calendar to see if I have any meetings. At 9 a.m., I usually have my first task of the day. It could be preparing a spreadsheet, writing a report, or organizing files. I try to stay focused for at least 1 hour before taking a short break. I put my phone on silent so I don't get distracted. When I stay focused, I can finish my work faster and better. Around 10:30 a.m. I take a short 10-minute break. I get up from my desk, stretch my legs, and drink a glass of water. Sometimes I go outside for a few minutes to get some fresh air. These small breaks help me feel refreshed and reduce stress. After the break, I go back to work and continue with my tasks. I enjoy working with my team. Sometimes we work together on group projects. We share ideas, give feedback, and help each other. Teamwork is very important in my office. If someone needs help, we support them. At 12:30 p.m., we usually have a lunch break, but I'll talk more about that in the next part. For now, let me focus on how the rest of my workday goes. After lunch, I return to my desk and check my emails again. I reply to new messages and update my to-do list. I make sure I finish all my important tasks before the end of the day. Sometimes I attend meetings in the afternoon. We sit around a table and talk about our progress. My boss often gives us feedback and new instructions. I always take notes so I don't forget anything. Meetings usually last between 30 minutes and 1 hour. Around 3 p.m., I take another short break. This time I might eat a small snack, like a banana or a granola bar. Then, I continue working until about 5 p.m. That's when I finish most of my tasks and start organizing my desk for the next day. Before leaving, I make sure everything is clean and tidy. I turn off my computer, check my calendar for tomorrow, and pack my bag. I say goodbye to my coworkers and sometimes we chat for a few minutes before going home. Even though work can be tiring, I enjoy what I do. I feel proud when I finish a task or help someone in the team. It gives me a sense of purpose. I also like learning new things at work. Every week, I try to improve a little, maybe learning a new skill, using a new tool, or speaking better English. So that's my typical work day. It's busy but meaningful, and I try to stay organized, positive, and helpful throughout. Hello again, and welcome to part 4. In this section, I'm going to tell you about what I do during my lunch break and how I continue working in the afternoon. As I mentioned before, I usually take my lunch break at 12:30 p.m. In my office, we all get about 1 hour for lunch. Some people go to restaurants nearby, while others bring food from home. I prefer bringing my own lunch most of the time. It's healthier, and it also saves money. I usually prepare something simple the night before. For example, I might bring rice with vegetables, a boiled egg, and a piece of fruit. Sometimes I bring pasta or a sandwich. I always try to include something fresh, like a tomato or some cucumber slices. I also carry a small bottle of water or a cup of tea. During the lunch break, I usually sit in the break room with my coworkers. The room has a microwave, a fridge, and some tables with chairs. We all talk and laugh together. We avoid talking too much about work. It's our time to relax. We might talk about movies, news, family, or funny things that happened during the day. Sometimes, when the weather is nice, I go outside for lunch. There's a small park near the office with benches and trees. Sitting there, listening to birds, and eating slowly helps me feel peaceful. It's also a good moment to rest my eyes after looking at the computer all morning. After lunch, I return to my desk around 1:30 p.m. At this time of day, I sometimes feel a little tired. To stay focused, I drink another cup of tea or eat a small snack like nuts or a banana. Then I check my to-do list and continue my tasks. Afternoons are usually quieter than mornings. People speak more softly, and everyone is focused on finishing their work. I try to complete all important tasks before 4 p.m. If I have any small tasks, like sending emails, printing documents, or organizing folders, I do them during this time. I also use the afternoon to check progress on my weekly goals. Did I finish everything I planned? Am I on track? If I didn't complete something, I move it to tomorrow's list. I don't like to rush, but I always try to be responsible and finish what I start. In the afternoon, I sometimes help my coworkers with their work too. Maybe someone is having trouble with Excel, or they need help writing a message in English. I enjoy helping others. It's a good way to build good relationships at work and also learn from others. Sometimes we have short meetings in the afternoon. These are usually quick check-ins with our team leader. We discuss what we've done so far and what we will do next. These meetings help keep everyone organized and connected. By 4:30 p.m., I start wrapping things up. I clean my desk, close open files, and make sure everything is saved on the computer. I don't like to leave things messy or undone. I feel better when I end the day in a clean and prepared space. At 5 p.m., my workday officially ends. I say goodbye to my coworkers and leave the office. I feel proud of the work I've done, and I'm ready to rest and enjoy the evening. Sometimes, before I go home, I stop by the store to buy groceries or visit the post office. It depends on the day, but most of the time, I go straight home so I can relax, cook dinner, and enjoy time for myself. Lunch and afternoon hours may seem less exciting, but they are a big part of the day. They help balance the morning's busy energy and prepare me to finish the day in a good way. Welcome back! In this part, I want to share with you what I usually do after work, my evening routine. This time is very important to me because it helps me relax, recharge, and prepare for the next day. After I finish work at 5 p.m., I usually walk back to the bus stop and take the bus home. I'm often a little tired, but I use this time to listen to calm music or an English learning podcast. This keeps me relaxed and helps me learn without stress. When I arrive at home, the first thing I do is change my clothes. I take off my work clothes and put on something comfortable, usually soft pants and a t-shirt. Then, I go to the kitchen and drink a glass of water. If I'm very hungry, I eat a small snack like a banana, yogurt, or a few crackers. I don't eat too much because I want to keep room for dinner later. After that, I sit down and rest for a few minutes. Sometimes I scroll through my phone, check messages from friends, or read short news articles. Around 6 p.m., I begin preparing dinner. I enjoy cooking, especially simple and healthy meals. I usually cook something like vegetables with rice, chicken with salad, or sometimes a bowl of noodles with boiled eggs. Cooking is a way for me to relax after a long day. I listen to soft background music or play a YouTube video while I cook. It's a peaceful moment. I eat dinner around 6:45 p.m. I usually eat alone, but I sometimes video call my family or a friend while eating. We talk about our day, laugh a bit, and share ideas. These small conversations help me feel connected and happy. After dinner, I clean the kitchen, wash the dishes, wipe the table, and take out the trash if needed. I don't like leaving a messy kitchen overnight. A clean space helps me sleep better. Around 7:30 p.m., I do some light exercise. I don't go to the gym, but I like stretching, doing yoga, or going for a short walk. It helps my body feel better after sitting all day. Even 15 or 20 minutes of movement is good for my energy and sleep. At 8 p.m. I usually take a shower. A warm shower helps me feel fresh and relaxed. I use this time to think quietly or listen to soft music. After my shower, I put on my pajamas and maybe some lotion. Then I prepare a cup of tea, usually chamomile or mint, and sit on the sofa to rest. In the evening, I like doing something quiet. I might read a book, write in my journal, or watch an English TV show. Watching shows with subtitles helps me improve my vocabulary and listening skills. I also like watching interviews or documentaries. If I need to prepare anything for the next day, like my clothes, my lunchbox, or my bag, I do it around 9 p.m. This way, my morning is easier and more relaxed. By 9:30 p.m., I turn off bright lights and make the house feel calm. I may do a short meditation or just sit quietly. I avoid using my phone too much at this time because it makes it harder to sleep. At 10 p.m., I go to bed. I lie down, cover myself with my blanket, and think about what I'm grateful for. I usually fall asleep in 10 or 15 minutes. A good night's sleep is very important to me, so I try to go to bed at the same time every day. Evenings are special because they are for peace, reflection, and self-care. They help me relax after a busy day and prepare my body and mind for tomorrow. Welcome again! In this final part of my daily routine, I want to talk about something different but very important, my weekend routine. Weekends are the time I use to relax, enjoy myself, and do the things I don't have time for during the week. They help me feel refreshed and happy. On Saturday morning, I don't wake up very early. I usually sleep until 8:30 or 9 a.m. because I don't have to go to work. When I wake up, I stretch in bed for a while, smile, and thank myself for working hard during the week. Then I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face with cold water. It wakes me up. After that, I prepare a special breakfast. On weekends, I have more time, so I like to make pancakes, scrambled eggs, or sometimes a fruit smoothie. I sit by the window with my breakfast and enjoy the calm morning. I often listen to soft music or a podcast. After breakfast, I clean the house. I sweep the floor, clean the bathroom, and organize my clothes. I also water my plants and open the windows to let in fresh air. Cleaning helps me feel peaceful. I usually finish by 11 a.m. Then I do something I love, like going outside for a walk, going to the market, or visiting a friend. On some Saturdays, I go to a local cafe to write in my journal or read a book. It's my personal quiet time. I also sometimes do a bit of English learning by watching videos or writing new vocabulary. At 1 p.m., I eat lunch. It's often something easy like rice with vegetables or pasta. After lunch, I take a short nap or relax on the sofa. This rest helps me feel strong for the rest of the day. In the afternoon, I might go shopping, visit a museum, or go to the park. Sometimes I do meal prep for the next week, cutting vegetables, cooking rice, or preparing soup. I love to feel organized and ready for Monday. In the evening, I may call my family, watch a movie, or go out with friends. I don't stay out too late. I like to sleep early so I can enjoy Sunday too. Now let me tell you about Sunday. I treat Sunday like a slow day. I wake up around 9 a.m., drink warm lemon water, and sit outside on my small balcony. I enjoy the birds singing and people walking in the street. Breakfast on Sunday is light, sometimes just tea and toast or a bowl of oatmeal. After breakfast, I often spend time doing something creative. I may draw, write in my journal, or make plans for the new week. This helps me feel calm and organized. At 11 a.m., I do a little more cleaning or laundry. Then, I sit down and plan my week. I open my notebook and write my weekly goals. What do I want to learn? What projects do I want to finish? I also write my shopping list and check my budget. Sunday lunch is usually special, maybe chicken curry, grilled fish, or vegetable stew. I enjoy cooking slowly and eating with peace. In the afternoon, I focus on self-care. I might take a long shower, use a face mask, and relax. I also do some light yoga or meditation to relax my body and mind. Sometimes, I read a book in English or watch a documentary with subtitles. At the end of the day, I prepare my clothes for Monday, check my calendar, and make sure everything is ready for a smooth start to the week. I go to bed around 10 p.m., feeling calm, grateful, and excited for the new week. Weekends are important. They help me find balance between work and rest, activity and calm. They are not just days off. They are days for myself, for my health, and for my dreams. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this long and detailed video. I'm really happy that you took the time to listen to me talk about something as simple but important as my daily routine. We don't always realize how powerful our everyday habits are, but the truth is, they shape who we are and how we feel every day. In this video, I shared my full day with you, from waking up early, getting ready, working, and managing my lunch and afternoon, to finally relaxing in the evening and enjoying my weekends. Each small activity, brushing my teeth, cooking dinner, planning my week, may seem boring, but together, they create structure, peace, and balance in my life. A daily routine helps you stay organized, healthy, and focused. It helps you manage time better and reduce stress. When you know what to expect each day, you feel more confident and prepared. You don't waste time thinking, "What should I do now?" because you already have a plan. But the most important lesson I want to leave with you is this: your daily routine is not only about what you do, it's also about how you feel while doing it. You can create a routine that works for you, one that brings you energy, peace, and purpose. Maybe your routine is not like mine. That's okay. Everyone is different. Maybe you work at night. Maybe you study in the morning. Or maybe you take care of your family during the day. What matters is that you find a rhythm that helps you grow. And here's something else to remember: learning English can become a part of your daily routine. You can listen to a short podcast while brushing your teeth. You can write one new sentence in a notebook after breakfast. You can watch a short English video after work. You can read a children's story before bed. You don't need to study for 5 hours a day. Just 15 to 30 minutes of English each day can make a big difference if you do it consistently. That's why your daily routine is a great place to add small learning habits. Now, I want to encourage you. If your days feel messy, confusing, or stressful, take a deep breath. Start small. You don't need to change everything in one day. Just choose 1 or 2 actions that will make your life better and start doing them every day. Step by step, things will improve. I believe in you. I believe that with the right habits and the right mindset, you can learn English, build a routine you love, and feel proud of your progress. Thank you again for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe, like, and share it with a friend. And don't forget to write a comment below. Tell me one thing from your daily routine or one change you want to make this week. See you next time on Leo English Story, where we learn and grow together.